Addressing the needs and interests of Fort Hood's Army families, this is Family Focus. I'm Angie Malone. In this edition of Family Focus, we'll find out about a brand new service that Army Emergency Relief is offering to those lovable pets in our lives. We'll also sit down with Mr. Nick Johnson from Fort Hood's Family and MWR to learn about the upcoming Run to Remember and Rock the Hood events. Welcome to Family Focus. Army Emergency Relief's motto has always been soldiers helping soldiers, but recently the organization has managed to find a way to broaden their reach by providing free food to soldiers as well as their always loyal pets. Here's the latest coverage of this awesome brand new alternative. Fort Hood's Emergency Food Bank has always been an option for families that are having a hard time making ends meet. Now they are able to not only provide people food, but they provide a vast variety of pet foods free of charge.
If we're helping them with food to get through the rough times, why not maybe, have some pet food available? So if it can get somebody by for a couple months, so, they can keep their pets, because I know I wouldn't give mine up for anything. Before this new pet food bank was started, Staff Sergeant Carpenter said the nearest pet food assistance facility would have been in Austin. She's heard stories of soldiers being in a financial bind and having to give up their pets to the Humane Society or even taking them to live with other relatives. Because if you have that beloved pet, just because you have, a month or two of hard times, people get hit, and we'll see a lot of them is emergency travel. They're traveling under emergency, but it, drains their pocketbook. And, the first thing that most people give up are the little extras. Sometimes that extra is that pet. So, how are you going to explain to your kid, if you have a young kid, we can't afford to feed the dog. We can't afford, to feed the cat. That's hard. The Pet Food Bank is not limited to just cats and dogs. They have food for a wide variety of animals, including hamsters, horses, guinea pigs, ferrets, and fish. If you or someone you know needs help feeding the animals in your life, simply get a referral from your Command Financial Specialist, or you can visit the AER office inside the Rivers building. If anybody wants to donate, they will take donations. It doesn't have to be during a food drive. They're welcome, to contact ACS to make donations for people food or pet food. Reporting from Fort Hood, Angie Malone, 3 Corps Public Affairs. If you're interested in helping out the new Pet Food Bank by making pet food donations, please call 288-5003. Coming up after the break, we'll learn about the upcoming Rock the Hood and the Run to Remember events. Keep it here. You're watching Family Focus.
I'm Major General Will Grimsley, the commander here at Fort Hood, Texas. As many of you know, 5 November 2009 was a tragic day in the history of Fort Hood. On that day, we lost 13 of our own and dozens more were injured, some very seriously. In the days, weeks, and months following that tragedy, we received a tremendous outpouring of love and support from our Central Texas neighbors and throughout the United States. And that's why I want you, our faithful supporters, to know about the events we have scheduled to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of that day. On Friday morning, November 5th, 2010, we will conduct an award ceremony to recognize the over 70 soldiers and civilians whose actions 1 year ago went well above and beyond the call of duty. Some of these heroes had a direct impact on saving lives, and many more provided hours of selfless service under very difficult conditions to aid the wounded and survivors and begin the recovery process. We will also unveil a memorial stone donated by our local AUSA chapter, which will be permanently and prominently placed in Memorial Park. Now, this event will be by invitation only, with over 100 family members of the fallen and many of our wounded soldiers with us in attendance. The community is invited and encouraged, however, to participate in all of our other events. At 1 o'clock Friday afternoon, a remembrance ceremony will be held at Cameron Field. It is a solemn opportunity to reflect on the past year and pay tribute to the fallen and their families. Following the ceremony, we will observe a moment of silence and conduct a post-wide retreat. The following day, beginning at 8 a.m., that's Saturday, 6 November, we will host a series of running events called Run to Remember. It will consist of a 1-mile fun run, a 5-kilometer run, and a 13.1-mile half marathon. And at each of the mile markers for the half marathon, we will have a photo of each of the 13 we lost on 5 November. And all along the route, we will have over 550 gold stars to commemorate all of the Fort Hood soldiers who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the 7+ years Fort Hood has been most recently serving our nation in combat. All of these runs will have both a competitive and a recreational component, so there's something for everyone. We'll end the day with a Rock the Hood celebration on Sadowski Field in front of 3 Corps headquarters beginning at noon. In true Fort Hood fashion, we will have top-named entertainment, great food, rides, games, and guaranteed fun for all. The intent of the day is to bring the entire Fort Hood and Central Texas communities together. In closing, I hope all of you will be able to join me and participate in these great events. Thank you for your enduring support to Fort Hood and our soldiers and families. Now, to register for the runs or to find out more information, please visit our website at www.hoodmwr.com. Phantom Warriors.